What is up, YouTube? It is so good to be back. In today's video, I have something super special for you guys. It's gonna be part 2 of one of my most popular, most watched videos. So it is gonna be awesome. Updated. Oh, it's gonna be fabulous. Stick around, it's coming right up. All right, YouTube family, the thing that is super popular is volume. Now, volume comes in many shapes and forms, many types of texture. You know, if you've got natural texture in your hair, you're gonna have, of course, more volume. That's just really what happens. If you've got fine textured hair and you don't have a lot of texture, any sort of wave or curl, you're not gonna have a lot of volume. Your hair's gonna kind of fall a little bit flatter. But in today's video, I'm gonna show you an alternate route of getting volume at home, doing it yourself. Now, this is going to be amazing because we're gonna be making some improvements on making it a little bit more user-friendly for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's do that right now. Now, in my previous video, I took this whole top portion, put that into one. Now what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be doing this in a couple different ponytails. Now, how I wanna do this is that where a lot of this volume comes into play is that we still wanna go offset on that head. Instead of straight up just like this, we're gonna be going offset. Now we're gonna be doing this in a couple different ponytails. Now I'm gonna take one smaller version right on the inside, and then we're gonna take a separate one outside of that, which is gonna be fabulous. So how I wanna do this is that I'm gonna be going more angled on the one on the inside, and I'm gonna be doing a diamond section. Now, this diamond section, now I'm gonna be parting everything in the center. Now, parting everything in the center is going to allow us to balance out this volume perfectly. If you have a side part, you can kick this right off to the side just a little bit. Now, what I mean by that is that a lot of times, if you have a side part, a lot of times that side part is not gonna go just like that. That side part is going to come and it's gonna end usually in this center. So you could kick this off just a little bit. Still the same concept applies though. You're going to have that shortest version usually right here in this top little crown area. You can see how that looks. Now this is gonna be from this top section above. I'm gonna twist this so you can really see that. You've got point, 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 and then point right behind here. Take a little bit of a rubber band here. And I usually just drag that ponytail right to the center of that diamond. Now what we want to do is that we're going to be taking and we're going to round out this section right here. And the point where I really want you to kind of is if you were to take your comb and you put that to where that comb is completely flat against your head, right at that hairline, where that starts to kick up, that's exactly where that back, the start of that second section should be. That is a good rule of thumb of where you need to be on the head. Same kind of concepts. Come over through here. I'm gonna round this out, just like that. And you'll take, and you're gonna grab that ponytail on the inside as well. I'm really checking, making sure we are 100% balanced. That's super important. So take another rubber band. Now I'm really pulling this, and again, I'm pulling this not straight up, pulling this straight back, like so. So now from here, let's start cutting the hair. Now, keeping in mind, again, 2 ponytails. One on the inside, one on the outside. So the reason for this, really super quick, is that what we want to do is we're creating a cascading layer, okay? Now there's going to be a shorter layer underneath and a longer layer up on top, and then we're going to have the length. When we come down to how we're going to cut, right? You can actually cut with a couple of different things here. You can cut with a blunt blade, just like so, or you can cut with a texturizing blade. The difference between the two, and I've talked about this before, this is going to give you more of a structured line right through here. Now you can cut it blunt straight across, you can point cut it. Now something like this, you can actually, it's gonna give you a very irregular line. And so it's gonna soften up that line for sure. Now, if you're cutting something at home, if you're DIYing, this is really why you're watching this video, but if you're gonna DIY, what you really wanna do is you wanna soften up that line. That is super important because the blunter the line you cut, it's going to, and if you've got a fine textured hair, you're gonna see those lines that you cut. Now, if you've got textured hair, if you've got wavy, curly textured hair, you can cut it more blunt and the line is gonna be more forgiving. And so you can use something like this. If you've got fine textured hair, you wanna use something very, very close to this because it'll just make it look a lot softer. Let's go ahead and start cutting. Now, we wanna keep that line, not blunt like this. We wanna make it to where it actually goes back so it's sitting back on the head. Now, let's just go ahead and cut this. Now, if you're gonna point cut this, I'm gonna point cut this like so. Get rid of some of that hair. Just like that. Now, point cutting would be just basically holding on to that, just like so, and point cutting it just like that. If you wanted to even soften it up a little bit more, you could go in with those texturizing scissors just like that. Now what we want to do, let's keep softening that. And as I keep softening it up, the thing about softening it up is that you saw I cut that line up to here and I just keep softening that up. So I'm actually making that length a little bit shorter. So now, let's take that off. Take that out. You're gonna see how some of that hair is really, you're starting to get that volume through there, which is nice. Okay, now this is gonna help create that base that we talked about, right? And you can see that on this side as now some of those layers. Now what we wanna do, take this right through here. We're gonna cut this a little bit short. I'm gonna take this about, I would say 3 inches shorter. Same kind of angle that I'm cutting this at. Point cutting it, holding it directly in the center of that diamond. Super important. And then just point cutting, point cutting, point cutting. Softening up that line, chipping into that layer. And as you can see, softening up that point. Now what we want to do, take that ponytail out, just like that. Okay. This is super exciting because again, this is gonna be DIY volume at home, part 2. Oh, this is gonna be fabulous. And this is again, just giving us an updated version of more volume. The cool thing about this, guys, is that now we've even got more length to it. Now, instead of cutting that off, which I'll probably trim up that bottom portion, well, let's go ahead and get this dry so you can see how cool and seamless this looks. This is gonna be so much fun. Let's do that. That I really want you guys to pay attention to, that I really freaking dig. And again, you are looking at how short some of these pieces are with how long that length is. And it didn't really take away from too much of that weight at the bottom, which is super fabulous. If you guys are wanting volume and you have longer length of hair, 2 ponytails, diamonds, right through there, and then circle below that, making sure you put that comb from that hairline, and where it starts to lift off right there, that's where you take that, you round it out all the way below there. Guys, this is super fabulous. I freaking love it. I think it's amazing. I think it's got a lot of the things that a lot of people are going to want. You know, when it comes down to volume, so what I want to finish this off with, this is a spray beach. It's from Orbay. You can see right through here. Actually, let's hold it just like that. This stuff's amazing. It's a spray wax, gives a ton of texture to the hair. Freaking awesome. Oh my gosh, I freaking love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I hope you guys do as well. I mean, seriously, this is just one of those looks that classic, timeless, seamless. And you know what? You can do it all at home. I truly hope you found value in this. If you did, share it. Let people know. You know what? Me, as a professional hairdresser, I've been in this industry about 25 plus years, guys. And I just gotta say, I love it. I love sharing what I know. And I truly am just honored that I have so many subscribers. Thank you guys. It truly just makes me so happy. And I can't thank you guys enough. Thanks for the support. For you guys that do the super chats, Tammy, you're awesome. Thank you again. I appreciate it. You know, if you guys want to show support for the channel, definitely you guys can donate to the channel as well. It just kind of keeps me revved up about doing this and giving you guys free content that is going to make it to where you guys have the best hair possible. Because you know what? At the end of the day, the most important accessory you will wear is your hair. Thanks for tuning in, guys. My name is Jake Thompson Hair. I'll see you guys in the next video.